Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another exciting interview on Amazon Midwife, Birth Your Book in Style. Today, I have the honor of interviewing my friend from the publishing industry, Mr. Shawn Sudarshan Chabra. Mr. Shawn is a best-selling author of multiple books, and he's also the podcast host of Winning the Game of Life. His podcast is also a #1 podcast on iTunes, and it is truly my honor to have him here today with us. So welcome, Shawn, and thank you.
Oh, honor is mine. Thanks for inviting me to your program.
Oh, thank you. You have multiple bestsellers out there. What do you think? Is it even worth having a best-selling book, or how does having a best-selling book changes? Why is it important to have a book, and that to a best-selling book?
Well, basically, if you become a published author, even if you don't become #1 best-selling author, you can still create some wealth, fortune, and fame. But if you become really the #1 bestseller author, or even in the top categories, the best-selling author, you can still create a lot of wealth, fortune, and fame. You can share your story. You can get a lot of free leads. You will become like instant expert in the industry, and you will be seen as more credible, and you can charge like higher prices for your services. You may get more coaching, consulting, and all kind of opportunities in life. And the bottom line is, author means authority. That's one of my trademark, and it's an opportunity for me to show you my book right here. If this camera can show you, get published, get noticed. Author means authority. So that's what I teach and preach and practice. And by doing that, the biggest advantage is, like, no matter what business, what industry you are in, you kind of become competition proof, you become recession proof. And at the same time, I'll say you rule the Google, you rule all the search engines. But power is not in the book. Real power is really, it depends how you leverage your best-selling book.
Okay, so basically get published, get noticed.
Yes.
Author means authority. I really love that tagline. It definitely means a whole lot. And I really love the fact that you mentioned you become recession proof, because that is one of the biggest fears people have these days, especially if they're working in a corporate, because you never know when you will be given a pink slip. It is always a tension, no matter how good of a worker you are, but still that tension is always there, that stress is always there, because things keep changing in the industry all the time. So you mentioned something about leveraging the power of book. So how do you do that?
Well, first I have to take you a little back in the human psychology, or whatever is going on in the digital media or this society, how exponentially this media is changing. The thing is, like, we all, especially the newer generations, have very, very little attention span. True. And in order to do any business with them, you really have to grab the attention of your prospective clients, or you should say whole market, whatever market you are in, so that you create a system that, like, your prospects, because they're going to preview you in the marketplaces. And if you have a system, so during the preview in the marketplaces, you are seen as industry expert. So when they arrive, they come to you, you have an online meeting, offline meeting, or any kind of connectivity with them, they will arrive pre-sold. So because they will search about you, they will find everything, they're already pre-sold. So they are there to do business with you.
So basically, you don't really have to prove your worth to them, because they already know you through your books, through your podcast, on Google, you always appear. And now they're already your clients even before you talk to them.
Well, here are a few nuts and bolts and components of the system I'm talking. I'm just trying to create a system in my head during this interview. It's not like a real system I have invented or anything. So
Okay.
think about that. Like, people will see you in the print media, digital media, audio, they will see you online, offline. And really, people will Google you before they even have give you 1% chance to communicate, because in this world of technology nobody really believe any salespeople. Nobody want your sales pitches. They just want to do their homework, and in no time they will know if they should be even trying to deal with you, or they just put an X actually the minute they see you calling or trying to reach them or something.
True. So
So
basically, you're building a trust in
mhm.
the clients through engaging in different medias like print, online, digital, and audio.
So what happened is, like, you have to be seen as a published expert. Once you are really published, you are really industry expert. Then
Mhm.
you should even be in other media like radio, podcast, TV, or other major media where you should be seen as an like spotlight expert, I should say, so that like you get the opportunity to kind of answer the frequently asked questions in your industry. And even bigger than FAQ is, I say, SAQ, should ask questions. So once you're industry expert, you should know like what kind of questions your prospects should be asking, or what kind of questions your ideal customer may have, but they never ask you. So when you're gone as a spotlight guest on podcast, radio, or any other media or print media, even in an article or something, so you should try to answer the questions they are not asking, so that you are able to show them like you do understand their problems and what's in their head. That's how
Mhm.
you should connect. And the next level comes like a becoming a real best-selling author, not only just getting published. And in addition to that, the next level of, or the next component of this system is, you should be seen in 100, 200, 300 major media sites. I'm talking about the authority nationwide media sites, like including but not limited to like ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, and there are so many more. Think about
True.
that. If you're seen on those couple of hundred major media sites, in addition to being a published author, becoming a number one best-selling author, so so consciously or unconsciously, your ideal customer will connect with you. They will see you as an industry expert, and you will be pre-sold. In addition to that, I actually advise the next level of that.
Okay.
Either like Parul, you are writing for Huffington Post and so many other major media.
True.
If you are writing, everybody cannot become that level writer for those major media,
Mm-hmm.
but they should connect with people like you, so that either you are like writing an article about them, or you're interviewing them and publishing them, or even you're just quoting them in all those articles or media or whatever work you're doing, or in your publishing. If their name comes, at least just because of the association, they can say they were quoted in Huffington Post. They
I
were
see.
not featured, their life was not featured, but at least they were quoted. So associating the name of Huffington Post or ABC or NBC or any of those major media is almost like having a celebrity endorsements. And
Correct.
in the whole process, in your prospects' eyes, you are really becoming a celebrity yourself. So you can endorse yourself. Means you don't need to endorse yourself. You are already a celebrity. And
Mm-hmm.
if you have a like a little different business than just you being the coach, you need to endorse your business. So just because your association to your business, it got a celebrity endorsement, and you don't need to hire and bring another celebrity, because you are the best celebrity for you and your business.
True. You are your own brand, you represent your business, and that would be the best way to speak for your business.
Actually, I just remembered I should add one more sentence to whatever I just said.
Sure.
I don't know, you can see, like here it say, like you can use this book as an expanded business card.
Expanded business card, absolutely. Yes.
So think about that. Like I can give you actually this is the example I have given a couple of times somewhere else in the media. Like think about that. Like let us say 6 months from today, I'm going to start a business, let us say solar roofing.
Okay.
So right now, if I do enough research and publish a book, promote it, go all the way, all the places in media and get interviewed, I interview other people right here and there. In addition to becoming number one best-selling author, I'm already seen all over the places, and I'm related to that solar industry. So
Okay.
6 months from today, when I launch that business, I walk into somebody's office and I just autograph this book for them. Book does not go in the trash. Your business card does. So your book will sit on the shelf
Sure.
like this.
Sure.
So even if at that time they are not ready to buy solar services or solar roofing services or any relevant services, even in future, anytime they think of that, they will think of you. And not only that, even if they're not thinking about the solar roofing or anything, anytime they're looking on their shelf, the minute they see your book, maybe they'll say, oh, maybe I should do that.
Sure. Sure. I really loved your golden nugget there that business card goes into the trash, but book doesn't. It's always sitting there, whether a person reads it then and there or they read it like, few months or years down the line, but they don't really trash it. Absolutely. So it's a great business card to have.
Actually, there is a next level to that. Just
Okay.
because you are also going to put the digital book, audio book, some videos about that. Think about that. Just because of smart devices in last few years, you can almost reach the whole human race. So your book is almost like a sales flyer for you.
Okay.
Amazon will distribute, Apple will distribute. So your flyer is being distributed all over the whole universe, I should say,
True.
and you are able to communicate to all those masses just because of this smart media. And if you're not published, guess what? You're just putting ads on the TV, local news, local paper, and very expensive places, and all that is going in trash.
Oh, yeah, because, essentially publishing on any of these platforms is free. And it's only after you have been published that they take a percentage on every book sold. But at least, your book is there and you're getting free advertising on all these major platforms.
Yeah,
Correct?
right now we were just talking like how you promote and become celebrity and promote yourself and your business. The other part you just said, Amazon and all those people take certain percentage.
Right.
If your goal is just to make money publishing books and selling books, even that is possible. You can have like a recurring income coming.
Correct. Correct. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. And the more you market, the more you get back. So,
Mhm.
how did you manage to have all these media, endorsing you? I see on your website, which is, I believe, ShawnChabra.com. For people who want to go ahead and check it out, it's ShawnChabra.com. And I see you have endorsements on ABC, Fox News, and so on and so forth. So do you have like a plan how to do that, or how do you recommend our authors, how do they go about doing it?
Actually, anybody and everybody can do whatever you are doing and I'm doing. It
Okay.
requires a lot of learning. For example, your company offer publishing services and promotion for the book to become the bestseller.
Mm-hmm.
But literally, you did it yourself. I did it myself. That require like I almost want to say lifetime learning.
Correct.
So
Mhm.
During the process, I'm already an expert when I'm trying to do that myself. You became
Mhm.
an expert and coach trying to do whatever you did for yourself.
Mhm.
So if the your listeners and viewers, they want to become whatever you became or I became, or they want to be seen in the media, but they want to spend their lifetime learning for that, they can do that themselves. They will
Okay.
have to spend money, they have to spend time, and at the same time, there's no guarantee what will happen. Most, like, we have little backdoor connections, and when we say something, it gets seen in a couple of hundred media websites. And one of
Awesome.
my colleges like authoritycollege.com.
Okay.
I just printed it here just to show you, authoritycollege.com.
Okay.
So I'm not trying to make any sale here. That's not my purpose. People
Sure.
can go to my website. They can, or their friends can go. They can recommend them or their book. And every month or every quarter, we are like a bringing a report based upon all the entries, and whatever, whenever we send a media release, it goes to all those couple hundred major media sites.
Okay.
In addition to that, if they are willing to spend some money, we guarantee that they will appear on all those places. That's how at least we offer those services. And I will recommend people to like hire a coach, or like a outsource is not a good word to use in America. People think just you're stealing somebody's job or something.
Okay.
Outsource in the sense you are hiring another company like your company and my company to give the work.
So basically delegating some of your work to another company because there's so much as an author that you already have to do, writing your book and editing it, so on and so forth. So some things you could delegate to the experts.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for to say. They have to delegate to the experts, to the right people. You can outsource and delegate here and there, give the work to, even my wife may give me some work and I'm not a perfect fit, I won't do it good.
Sure. Yes.
So giving your work to the right person who can really do it is a lot different than just giving work to somebody.
Correct. That
And
makes sense.
my point is, what I want your listeners and viewers to know, for example, even for the book publishing or promotion, they should hire you or they should hire somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I don't recommend them to spend rest of their life trying to promote themselves, and because they should be focusing on their own business. They should do whatever they already do the best. Their time is better spent there. So they hire you, they hire me, they hire somebody else, but they should go to an expert. They should have a coach. They should hire a company who can just do it, and immediately they are able to leverage the power of their book.
Correct. And they could, actually invest their time in building their author platform, which is so essential in today's times. And I also know that you have a very successful podcast. So, did you recently start your podcasting, or how did this came into picture after becoming a best-selling author?
Actually, once I became best-selling author, I had so many opportunities. I was able to like even meet like a Chicken Soup series co-founder Mark Victor Hansen, Brian
Wow.
Tracy, and so many top-notch people, industry experts and influencers. And at the same time, I had people reaching me and asking me to help them to get published or get promoted. And I have like in last 25 years, I have actually gone through about 12 small businesses.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I have a wholesale computer business. We sell iPads and iPhones and other tablets,
Oh, wow.
smart devices. I also own another online college, and that have nothing to do with this business. So people had been asking me to help them like become whatever I have done in last 3-4 years. So I was going to offer some video based online training.
Mm-hmm.
And in the meantime, for my computer business, I had a fresh graduate from a local university, and he used to listen to podcasts all day. So he said,
Okay.
Sean, just do the podcasting. It's a lot easier. Just do the audio podcasting, and very quickly, our whole team will work and we will promote you. And I launched the podcast, but the bug in my head was just to do the video podcasting,
Okay.
video training. So after initial like 5 or 10 interviews, I just switched to video podcasting. So actually, you may not have seen, I have two podcasts. One is Winning the Game of Life podcast, another is Winning the Game of Life video podcast.
Awesome. You have two podcasts running at the same time. It's
Yes.
amazing. So, do you record the YouTube, this podcast on video, and then you place the same thing on the audio?
Actually, it's a lot more than that. Earlier, in the beginning of the conversation, I was talking about how to leverage the power of the book.
Sure.
So now let me tell you how to leverage the power of podcast.
Okay.
It's no
Awesome.
different. Think about that. In one sitting, I'm recording video podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So first we are launching audio podcast. A few weeks later, we are launching the same podcast on YouTube, and it's being shared all over the media around the globe. Then I launched the same podcast again on iTunes
Mm-hmm.
and Stitchers, and now, like last week, Google launched podcast.
Yes.
All my podcasts in the Google system, Google Play, and then I'm going to transcribe all these. And now, like some of the magazines had been reaching me, they had been asking me, why don't you convert every single podcast into like a article written, print, published, like an interview, that different format.
Okay.
And then right now I have done, I think, I have launched 45 interviews or so. Actually, I have already recorded over 100.
Wow.
45, or I think I have launched 47 by today.
Okay.
Then I'm going to go through all my podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to listen to all of those. And actually, I make the notes. I have a spreadsheet, let us say, about the habits or time management or anything like any of those golden nuggets. So let us say out of 100, 10 people talked about one habit. So what they really talked. So I'm going to
Okay.
convert that into another article. And all those articles will become some of my future published books.
That is so amazing, Shawn. And thank you so much for sharing that insight, because I'm sure, once people have written their book, they will be looking into something different, maybe in podcasting or YouTubing and writing for bigger magazines. So that is such a great idea right there. And I'm truly honored to interview you today and learn from you, because every time I talk to you, I learn so much more. So thank you for actually sharing your invaluable insight with us.
Actually, even there is a next level to that.
Oh,
Like,
really?
yes, like even if someone, your listeners and viewers, I mean, everybody is not going to become like a podcaster. You
Sure,
know, everybody cannot dedicate that many resources and time and efforts.
sure.
So one of the service we offer is like we interview mostly like a top industry influencers,
Mm-hmm.
but I may invite some of your listeners and viewers once you promote them as a best-selling author.
Okay.
And we also like help them become guest on some of the other podcasts which are catered to their ideal customers.
Cater to their industry so that they could share their
Yes.
message, not
Yes.
only in the print, but also in the audio and the now iTunes and Google Play and Stitcher and so on and so forth. Okay.
Yeah, but
And
think about that. Like they go as a guest to all those radios and other media and podcasts, and they are being promoted rest of their life.
absolutely, absolutely. I do agree with that. Yes. I recently appeared as a guest on Juicing Radio, which is, a podcast dedicated to people who are into juicing or write books on juicing. And my book just skyrocketed after that. My book released in October, and
Mhm.
the podcast, I think, was live about 2 or 3 weeks back in March. And all of a sudden my book went up again from number 11 to number 1 on Kindle, which was all thanks to the podcast on Juicing Radio?
Actually, like we are talking about repurposing everything and being seen everywhere.
Sure.
Lot of time I ask, especially to my computer employees, just for fun. I ask them, how about if I just make a whole walkway here with the nails? So can you walk on the nails with no shoes? They say no. I say I can teach you in a minute. Yeah, you can. So I tell them I'll put enough number of nails here so that you won't even be able to see where are the nails, so that the pressure on your feet will be like a per square inch will be so less you will not feel anything. Or I tell them, like, for example, you're sitting on a chair or table, it's like four legs. What
Mm-hmm.
if like one leg is missing or two is missing?
Mm-hmm.
And I say, how about we keep putting more legs, and it got a million legs. Now even if you bring elephant and put on top of the table, how strong is that?
Mm-hmm.
So podcast, published book, digital media, or YouTube, online, offline, Google, all the search engine, whatever we are talking here, those are the additional supporting legs to their credibility and business. That's what it is.
I see. That definitely makes sense. Thank you so much, Shawn, for sharing your insight with us today, and not only about books but also how to create an author platform, which is so important in today's world. And I'm truly honored to have you here today. So how do our guests find you? I know you are on ShawnChabra.com and also authoritycollege.com, right?
Yeah, they can also go to like a my podcast, which is wgl.fm. The name of site.
wgl.fm. Okay.
They are like, I will put one of my books. They can get it for free. This get published, get noticed,
Okay.
and hopefully it will help them. They can also go to like a get published, get noticed.com.
So basically, they can find you anywhere if they just Google your name, pretty much.
Actually, they can go to Parul's website and find a link. How about that?
Yes, they will definitely. I'll have the link on my website, of course, definitely. So thank you, and I hope to talk to you soon, because every time I talk to you, I learn so much more.
It's my honor to be on your show, and I really appreciate that, and I hope it's going to help somebody.
Oh, definitely. I'm sure it is going to help a lot of people, including me.
Oh,
Thank
that's good.
you.
So thank you very much. We'll talk again.
Sure. Thank you. Have a
Okay.
nice day.
Good luck.